Yeah. Shout out to soy sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Repping the hot dog shirt.
I'm
Dirty Franks.
I put on my BG stuff because I was like, BG themed podcast.
Yeah.
Should the outline of us for the thumbnail be poop brown or BG orange?
Flip a coin. I feel like probably orange because it sticks out better.
Yeah, not me wearing a brown hoodie with a
And that you'd blend right in.
Yeah, you blend
I will say though, the last 3 game day vlogs, we're getting comments. Did you notice that? We're getting comments
on the videos.
Yes, the vlogs, the BG vlog, we got comments. We got a comment at least.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I want to go to BG game. Here
Bluffton,
soon.
we got comments, and Miami, we got comments.
I didn't see the Miami one, but
Miami, the some guy was typed in all caps, "Go Bearcats."
Go Bearcats.
Hey, that's something we have not had in a very long time. Since like the Browns game. We have not had, since the Browns game, we have not had interaction like that. So that's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
That is a great sign.
Click subscribe if you're new.
Let me
Join us on this adventure. Come along with me to the butterflies and bees.
Emma called me, and I was talking to her on my way home yesterday, and she was like jokingly telling me, she's like, Caleb better have been the one that kept the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders poster. And I was like, he did.
It's stapled to my ceiling.
It's stapled to his ceiling.
I open my eyes when I wake up in the morning. It's the first thing I see. Of course she would say that. Of course she would.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, I got the stats pulled up.
All right. Welcome to a BTM episode. The BTM episode where we talk about Bench to Mike podcast and everything that we cover on this show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We cover everything on this show. Where a D3 football player and some scrub from BG cover sports news and analytics. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And occasionally, we have somebody else come on. A third guy, who's everyone's favorite character on the show.
Side character, Elijah Evans.
Everyone's favorite character.
Elijah is like when they do like those like Cartoon Network or Disney when they like combine shows for an episode.
Oh, the crossover episodes.
Like, oh, Elijah. Oh man, if you guys want to see Elijah on a podcast episode again, let us know.
We should. Oh, you think he'd be able to come with us tomorrow, on such late notice, or if we get sideline passes?
I don't know if we're going to. I hope we do. But
I mean, the coach responded to us.
That's
and he says he can't wait to meet us.
That's goated. Fun fact: my boss at PR said, "Hey, Caleb's a really good editor, and he's a really hard worker, and I really appreciate all he does for the PR office." I'm like, "That makes me feel really good." And he said this to my aunt, and my aunt said, "You should have seen some of his early work. It was terrible."
Oh,
Shout out to my aunt for always
tough
believing.
love.
Shout out to my aunt for always believing in me. Shout out.
Tough love.
Yep.
Hey, tough love is the best love though, because it keeps you real.
Do you feel like we have tough love for one another?
Yes, I believe we do. And I believe our tough love for each other takes the form of, what's it called? Accountability.
It does keep us accountable. It does.
Not letting one of us slip.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Because I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have Chris to call when I'm upset.
Same here.
I get so angry, bro.
He does. BRM.
BRM, blood red mad.
BRM.
Not the BTM, but the BRM podcast, where Caleb is just mad yelling into a microphone.
Should have just an episode one day where we just watch a game that makes us so mad, and then we just call it just a BRM.
I think we should just have your dad in the podcast watching a Browns game.
He would definitely, yeah. Or just make a highlight reel of all the times I was just yelling Saturday of just how mad I was.
Dude, that was,
check out the Instagram post.
that post was
Those
hilarious.
were-
That was a funny. I'm like, I didn't know what you posted. I'm like, what would Chris have to post? And I look, it just screenshots of the video of you being angry. Dude, like, that one got me. That one, dude. That short I made too was pretty good. Oh yeah. Ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
Welcome back to the Bench to Mike podcast.
Podcast. I'm Caleb Fultz, also known as CF3.
I am Chris Cortez, also known as Chris Cortez, a.k.a. the former kid.
Former child.
Former child.
And today we are covering the game we went to last weekend, BG versus Old Dominion, and BG's homecoming game. What an absolute blast the game was. A lot of emotions.
Awesome game.
The stands were packed. Field was beautiful. Players looked amazing. Uniform matchups were amazing. The alumni came out. Chris, man, what a great game.
Oh, awesome game. From a neutral fan, okay, bias out the window. From a neutral, just a college football fan standpoint, great game. Probably one of the best games, if not the best game that we've been to on the Bench to Mike podcast.
Very
like
competitive.
nobody ever had this game.
Yeah, we usually see blowouts. Usually.
Oh yeah, it's been blowouts. We have not seen a great game like this since the Michigan Panthers game, where they won it on the walk-off field goal as time expired. This was on
This
par
was
with
like
that.
probably the best full complete game because like I would say the Browns and like Jets game was competitive in the first half and then like the second
Yeah,
half
but
was-
then they just got blown out in the second.
that's what I'm saying. Like we haven't seen a full complete game on the show until now.
Yeah.
and not including hockey. We're just saying just football
Just football.
because hockey we've seen some pretty good hockey games.
Oh, we've seen a lot of great hockey games. Yeah,
Stay tuned for
great
this
games.
spring, baby. Stay tuned.
But yeah, it was a great game. 30-27. Old Dominion improves to 1-3. Bowling Green dropped to 1-3. Nobody ever really had it. Old Dominion went up by a couple possessions, then Bowling Green would come back. Then they would lose it. Then they would come back again. Then they had the lead going into the fourth quarter. Bazelak threw an interception in Old Dominion territory. Old Dominion takes that pick all the way down to the red zone. They score a touchdown. Then Bowling Green kicks or tries to kick a game-winning field goal. The penalty happens. Then they get to kick again, and then they miss it. It's just what a game. What a game.
What a game.
What a game. I wish it went to overtime so we got to see more of it.
I think it was just crazy how saw you see the Old Dominion fans give up and the BG fans gave up and the Old Dominion fans gave up. It's like because they got the two people sitting behind us that were Old Dominion fans. Like he gave up for a little bit and then you gave up for a little bit and then you see the student section go, oh, like it was just.
I will say, as a BG student / fan, I was kind of happy for the guy at the end because it was just an old guy. I don't know. Old people that are happy make me happy.
It's wholesome.
Yeah,
It makes me content
makes me content.
because they have less life than we have, and so they need to be happy before they go. And that's the way you should view it. And there's no other way to view it that way, other than CF3's perspective.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, so the way we do this show and cover this game is
Uniforms, food reviews, overall atmosphere. Does it uniform matchups already?
Yes.
Uniform. So then now we'll talk about the tailgating because this was like a very special tailgating scene in terms of the homecoming. So what do you want to start off with, Chris?
We could start off. Let's start off with the atmosphere.
So this is probably the second most packed MAC game we've been to now because the Miami game.
Yes, you are right. The Miami game was a complete sellout. This game, hang on, actually, I pulled it up.
And
on
to compare
ESPN
with, you have a
here.
comparison with you guys.
Miami was over 24,000, and this game was 19,140 people.
Wow, it was 5,000 less. 5,000 less.
Yes,
That's
5,000
crazy.
less.
Which is crazy, but also keep in mind we have a lot to compare to. We've been to a Western Michigan game. Which was in the middle of Thanksgiving break when no one was there. but
Midweek Maction.
It was literally us and the band.
Midweek Maction, baby.
And then it was the Miami game which went to, the BG game which went to, and they also went to before we did the podcast. It was a BG Miami game, but that was just like was that midweek action?
No, that was Saturday.
Oh, Saturday?
That was senior day, actually.
Their senior day. Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Mhm.
Because McDonald.
Yep.
McDonald.
Matt McDonald.
And then what has that been it? Is that all bad games you've been to? Football games?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So I mean, we have a lot to compare to. So it was like two massive games and then two just games.
2 games.
But yeah, second most packed game. The student section showed out. It was going all the way up to the top. which
Oh, it was fun
sweet.
watching them do
Dude.
their chants, doing like their little dances over there, cheering.
I'm mad because we were sat in the front row. If we would have stayed, we could have got T-shirts. But I didn't want to sit in that absolute packed student section. It would have been terrible in terms of like hearing us for the video. And I'm glad we also got the seats we got because then I got beautiful shots of the game. Go check out the BG video.
Those were among the best seats we've ever had.
I really enjoyed our seats.
Like, those were among the best, if not the best seats we've ever had at a game.
I really
And
enjoyed
it's ironic because it was near the very, very back of the stands.
it was just a perfect angle.
Oh yeah, I love stadiums where you're just on top of the game, and this one is like there's no bad seats in this stadium. There's you are on top of the game no matter where you're sitting in the doit, unless if you're up close.
Doit.
Yeah, that's slang. The doit.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it's named after the coach Doit Perry. Won a national championship for Bowling Green in 1959, and he out of the 12 seasons he coached, he won like 10 MAC championships.
Did I know that? That's sweet.
Yeah. And he's like in the top 5 or top 7 winning percentage wise of the best college football coaches of all time, or something like that.
Goat, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, sweet. Going back to the atmosphere though, kind of just talk about the student section. The alumni that came out, there was alumni out there from like this 50s and 60s, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was
Like
people
the
from
class,
way
the
back.
class of 1959, stand up, and like it was sweet. Everybody cheered for him and stuff. And then they celebrated like a 30-year anniversary for some class.
It was like in the 70s, I believe, or the 80s, because they had their own tent out back by the concert.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like
Yeah.
what BG did for the alumni there, and like you could see some people that like just graduated like in their mid to late 20s, and they're like still like trying to like relive their college days.
Yeah, they were coming back. They were, because we sat around people that were talking about what they did in college. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun. Honestly, I will reflect more on what I did in college than I did in high school. If I'm going to be honest, college is just fun.
I already
a
forget
great
high school.
time.
I already forget high school, so I've always been in college.
Yeah, for all I know, that I was born in a college dorm.
I was born 18 in a college dorm. Yep. Shout out to mom. So I mean, in terms of we gotta talk about BG's entrance. That entrance they had with the bands. Their BG's band is massive, and they surrounded the door. There's two glass doors at like where the BG
it's
runs out
huge.
from. They had smoke coming up. Then they had the cheerleaders and the dance team run out there holding. And then there was like the flags on the away side coming out. Is it spelled BGSU? Was it white flags with like brown letters?
It was orange flags with brown letters.
That's what it was. Okay, but it was just. It might have been one of the coolest entrances I've seen.
Oh yeah. Fun fact for those that don't know, that don't keep up with marching bands. In the newspaper I read a couple of weeks ago, Bowling Green has the second largest marching band in all of college football, second behind James Madison. James Madison has 510. We have 425 members of the Falcon Marching Band. Very big marching band.
Insane, gnarly.
Yes. Of course, I'm desensitized to seeing that many people in a marching band. This guy was on cloud nine. He's on a different planet. This man's never seen this many people in a band. Although here at Bluffton, you guys don't have a marching band.
We had a band when I'm on my recruitment visit back in high school. There was like 9 people as a pet band, and they wore jeans and Bluffton shirts. So I don't know. We don't have a band program anymore. So
Yeah, that's too bad. But
shout out to D3.
yeah, no, and the band even brought the energy too. It was like 2 separate student sections going at it, because the band were making noise during like on 3rd down, 4th down, or whenever Bowling Green made a big play.
Yeah, anytime BG played its fight song or any like played goes or any like rally songs, oh my goodness, you could hear it.
You could hear it.
It was nice. And it's also cool to see a full band stretch from the bottom to the top. Like they stretched all the way up. Was that their full band in the stands though?
Yes, that was their entire band in the stands.
I felt like they were missing some people. I don't know. I just felt like that. Like from what I saw on the field, it didn't really go to the top. You know, I feel like they made it. Hey, you don't have to come up with the stands yet. Just sit out back. But bless you.
Thank you.
And everything you wrote in on. I mean, I'm trying to get another atmosphere aspect. The BG entrance was sweet. The student section brought it. Shout out to the student section for not leaving at halftime.
Some people did, but like very minimal people did.
Yeah, but compared to what mostly happens,
Yeah.
I mean, the entire crowd usually leaves at halftime. I mean,
Yeah.
and there was still 75%, I'd say. Of the
Oh,
student
yeah,
section
75% is a good estimate. Still a lot of people sticking around for the game. And plus, it was 17-14 at halftime. Old Dominion was leading. So, I mean, there's really no excuse unless if you just don't watch football and you just went because it was homecoming.
I feel like those were the people that left.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything atmosphere-wise? I mean, I
The
covered it pretty much.
tailgating scene was great. That was cool.
That's an atmosphere, though. That's
I've never.
definitely atmosphere. That is not atmosphere.
Not atmosphere? We're not adding that into atmosphere?
No, because that is like its own unique thing. But we will get into the tailgating starting
Okay.
now. Go ahead and get into tailgating.
Tailgating scene. This is my junior year of college. This is my first ever time going to the homecoming tailgate because
Really?
yes, actually, my freshman year, I went with my dad to the homecoming game, which I don't know. I don't remember what they did or what they were advertising. So of course I don't know. I just went to the game. Last year it wasn't really nothing. They just had a couple rides out there, but this one was huge for no reason.
I wonder why it was.
I have no idea.
But it's because of all the money they got from Penn State and Texas A&M, maybe?
I don't know that the money they get from bigger schools goes towards like specifically athletics, not like the homecoming scene or anything like that.
Maybe
But
alumni donated a crazy amount to help out.
had to have been because there was a whole class there from 75 or 76, I believe. That
Sick.
entire class was there. But I can't say I've ever seen a concert out there before. That was
They
pretty
had a man
crazy.
playing a saxophone. That was cool. And then they had a country singer come out.
Yeah, Phil Vassar, I believe is what his name was.
They started singing Billy Joel songs. I was like, what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, people
you
just
doing?
sing cover songs sometimes.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing,
It didn't
Phil?
sound good. That's what I was mad about. He seemed like Piano Man. I was like, ugh.
Ugh.
That ain't Billy Joel.
That ain't Billy Joel.
That's
Joel
Jilly
Billy.
Bowl. That's Jilly Bowl.
That's a fire name for a rapper.
Jilly Bowl.
Isn't there a Jelly Roll? That's Jelly.
There's Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
But Jilly Bowl, have you heard of him?
Walmart Jelly Roll.
Great value. Oh
But,
man.
yeah, no, it was great, and they were handing out a lot of free stuff. So much free stuff that like we could hardly even get anything because we didn't want to carry around that much stuff.
Yeah, there was free food, and there was all like alumni shirts, and there was like
alumni shirts,
shirts.
cornhole.
Dude, did you guys like the transition? You like that transition? Did you like the transition?
My dad loved that transition. He's like, "Wow, this is gonna be a really great video."
Your dad is my favorite. Tell your dad I love him. Tell your dad I love him. That's that made my
I mean,
day.
he'll watch this. He'll watch this and he'll see you say that.
That made my night, man. Made my night. Shout out to Mr. Cortez, man. Shout out to you, buddy. Yeah, love the video. Love the tailgating. I want to shout out to like I liked how they had set up like they had all like the track and cross country and like they had all the sports in one line. Then they had like the multicultural and all in one line. And then they had the alumni in one line. They had like business office stuff like. And they also had a couple tents of like for specific majors like communication, business,
Education was out there.
I didn't see education, but that's cool. That was out there.
Education was the one that was closest to the stadium and near the end of the walkway.
That's why I missed it. I was looking at the business and
Yep.
and the communication. The communication one looked really sick, but I'm not
Oh,
a alumni,
yeah.
so I didn't go in there.
And then I think the foreign affairs was out there too. The people that travel internationally with all
Yes.
the world country flags that out in the back, that was out there.
Yes.
And it was great because everyone was giving out free food. Oh my goodness, what a time to not be on a bulk.
Dude, I feel like it's every fat man's dream to go to a tailgating at
Oh
homecoming.
yeah, you gotta be, man, because you could just gorge on everything.
And they were cooking burgers, hot dogs. They had the stuffed pizza roll things we had, the off-brand Howie rolls.
Can't be campus poly eyes.
That's what high rolls wish they were.
Yeah.
High rolls wish they were that.
That's like a. Oh, I was gonna say wannabe Howie. It's like a not wannabe
name
Howie
brand,
roll.
name brand Howie roll.
Not wannabe Howie roll.
Yeah.
A name brand Howie roll.
Yeah. Howie rolls off-brand.
That ain't a knockoff Howie roll. That is a intricately, carefully placed Howie roll.
It's a roll Howie.
Yeah.
It's a roll of the Howie. Yeah, I mean, now kind of going on to the football team entrance with the cheerleaders coming out, dance team came out, so they all
That
on
was
the line.
cool. I've never seen that before.
So sick. It was so cool. All the cheerleaders out there. Even seeing the male cheerleaders that like flip the small cheerleader chicks, and then like the football team walking through in their gray suits, with orange ties, very classy. Everybody's high five. It wasn't cool. It wasn't off limits. Like there was no security guards being like, "All right, back up." All right.
Yeah, no, you could walk up and
All alumni were-
handshake.
Yeah, they were
high
high five, handshakes. The players were dapping up little kids. Awesome experience. It shows high value and high respect from the
Yep.
players to the community, and it's giving back to the community and support. And they're giving back because the alumni are there to support them, and the players are going to support the alumni. And I love to see that because
Yes.
without the community and the alumni foundation and like people donating to that university, it wouldn't be able to happen.
Exactly.
It's super cool.
Shout out to Levi Gazarek acknowledging us.
North Baltimore.
North Baltimore, baby.
Yeah.
BVC.
He gave us a little nod. He gave us a little nod, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Levi Gazarek.
Thank you, Levi Gazarek. Would love to have you on the podcast. by the
I
way.
have DM'd him twice now, and he doesn't respond.
Respond.
Please.
Please.
I think I have almost the same amount of followers as you now on my main account. Like, respect me, please. I know I'm D3, but come on now, Levi. If anyone is seeing this, share this one clip to Levi. Screen record it and send to Levi Gazarek because we want him on the podcast.
We would love to have him on the podcast.
We'll do an interview with you. We'll interview you. We will come to your room, and we will interview you.
NFL, come draft this man.
Draft Levi Gazarek. He is better than what's the other guy's name? Tight end's name?
Oh no, we're not gonna get into that. They are both very good. They're both very good.
No, Levi Gazarek is the best. Without Levi Gazarek, you don't have a BG Falcon. You don't have it.
You heard there first from
You
Caleb
might-
Fultz.
you
You don't
might-
have a BG Falcon.
You might as well be a BG Gazarek.
You might as well just be a Robin. Without Levi Gazarek, you might as well just be a Robin, not a Falcon.
Yeah. Just be a Levi, BG Levi. Yeah. Actually, the university, Levi Gazarek University. I like that.
I'd be cool with that.
I think we kind of covered everything from tailgate, that didn't we?
Yeah.
Concert was cool.
There were a lot of
Tents.
parking.
Parking. It's a homecoming game, and it was packed, but somehow everyone had parking.
Yeah.
And
Albeit,
as
we
a
had to
dad of
park
the
in the
group-
commuter parking.
Yeah, we did. We did.
But that was fine because it was free.
Yeah, but like,
Not gonna be mad at free parking.
but you didn't. You think the traffic would be worse and be more packed than what it really was? But
No,
there
it was
were
fine.
so many people there, but traffic was great. Like they did a good job with the flow of traffic. And as the dad of the group here, I'm assuming he was happy.
I was very happy. I think it's mostly because the parking lot is right there on 75. Like you're getting off, you're not doing any crazy driving like we did in Miami, like where it's a search for the parking lot. But no, it's not here at Bowling Green. It's right there when you get off the interstate.
Gotta love BG, man. Make it convenient, easy to party at tailgating.
Absolutely.
I wish you would have had some more time to actually go check out the student tailgating and see what they were doing.
Yeah. I feel like it was a little rushed though, but next time. I mean, I'm gonna be alumni, so we can literally go back whenever, and the tickets will be free.
Heck yeah, brother.
Heck yeah. We host Iowa State in 2 or 3 years. So expect an atmosphere like Miami and Cincinnati because the Power 5 is coming to Bowling Green.
Why are we hosting Iowa State?
Yeah, I honestly have no idea.
Are you paying them to come here?
I heck if I know because we're not playing them until they come here, so it's not like a home and home series. I don't know, but that's all I know is Iowa State is coming to Bowling Green. I don't know what year, but they are coming to Bowling Green.
Sweet.
So
let's dive into uniform matchups. So BG wore orange helmets.
Yeah,
And-
orange jerseys, white pants.
So dumb. Either wear the orange helmet, orange jersey, orange pants, or orange helmet, orange jersey, brown pants.
Week 1, when they wore the orange uniforms with the brown pants, looked so good. This one, it's
Like, why? It's a homecoming. Wear the
Wear
most
the
retro,
best one.
The retro. Like, I'm assuming their old uniforms are orange jerseys, brown pants. That looks like the alumni traditional BG. I think, but now I'm thinking these orange jerseys, white pants. Like you're trying to look a little flashy in your homecoming.
they look like upside down what
Popsicle
are they
sticks.
called? No, that. But what are those little Halloween candies? Candy corn. They look like upside down candy corns.
I'm mad. We're livid.
Yeah. BRM.
You know what would have been a cool? I think this hot take here. White helmets, orange jersey, brown pants. That might have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that is
I think that'd be like a Halloween jersey. That sounds like a
That
Halloween
is candy
jersey.
corn though.
Yeah.
That is candy corn. Sometimes that brown bottoms.
Candy corn rush.
Ooh, the BG candy corn rush. We're copywriting that. BG, you gotta pay us to take that from us.
Yep.
And then what did
Old Dominion, all white. White out, blue
Yes, it
numbers. Looked so good.
Beautiful.
I love blue numbers on all white uniforms.
I wish we could have seen some of their blue. They have a very unique navy blue. Or is it navy? I'm not.
It's like it was like a navy blue.
Their dark blue is just very unique.
We got to see it up close in the
Yeah.
warm-ups.
I think it's cool when you like. This is the only blue is the only color you can do this with, where you mix a dark blue with a light blue and then white.
Yes.
that is the only color, in my opinion, that you can do that with.
I agree. Old Dominion's home uniforms are awesome.
I know
if you
that.
love that kind of.
I made that. I made put their home uniforms on the graphic, and it looked sweet,
They look so good.
so good. Who wins it though? You think?
Who wins it? Old Dominion. 100%.
You gotta go. I love all white.
Old Dominion. Old
All
Dominion
white.
wins this 100%. Like if I have nothing here, I'll dumb it down for you guys in the back.
Duh.
Okay. One uniform I'm complaining about. The other one I think is almost perfect. I'm gonna go with the one that's almost perfect, which is Old Dominion.
What's your rating of each? I give BG like 7 out of 10.
Old
10
Dominion.
out of 10.
Old Dominion.
You can't go wrong with all white. It has to be 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10 would be like perfect.
But it's all white. You can't go wrong with all white.
Yeah,
perfect.
but I just feel like that'd be such a cut and dry answer, though. I don't know.
I just love all white. I love all one color.
I'm sure there is a perfect jersey out there that's just so awesome and so cool that I will love better than the rest.
Boston Beavers.
So I will. I'm gonna give ODU an 8.7. Awesome jersey. They're great. But
They're great.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. But let me tell you, there's probably jerseys
let me
out there that
tell
are
you.
better.
Let me tell you something.
BG 6.5. They're kind of there.
6.5. Wow, that's surprising.
It's the pants, dude. I don't.
They ruined it.
The
pants did ruin it.
When I looked at the
You wouldn't be Old
pictures when
Dominion?
they were, when I looked at the pictures of what they were wearing, I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. In person, no, doesn't work.
Terrible.
There's jerseys that are worse, but they could have worn the brown pants, and that would have bumped it up to probably a 7.5 or an 8.
I'm just not a fan of like putting your home jersey with away pants.
No, it never works.
It never works.
It never works.
I mean, in a way though, it was kind of cool. The only thing they got away with that I did like the orange like color flowing into the orange stripe, the small orange stripe on the white pants. I did like.
Oh
that.
yeah, if it wasn't for that, they would have gotten a lower rating.
Yeah, that flow. I love how when uniforms flow like that. Like when I was at Mount Union, we had black jerseys, purple pants with a black stripe. So a lot of guys would do their black jersey, purple pants, and then do black leggings. So it would be like a flow from the black jersey to the black stripe to the black leggings, and that was one of my favorite combos. I wish I would have wore it at Mount, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: now that you got to see it in person, does chrome orange helmets work with orange jerseys? Did it work? Because the helmets have not changed.
I did like it, but I wish they would have. I mean, if they're going retro, you got to go back to that matte orange they had. Like in NCAA 14, you have to go back to those helmets if you're going to switch the uniforms
With
like
the
that.
retro logo.
Because because when I look at those helmets, I just picture last year's uniforms. Like I just see too much of last. You have to change the helmets too,
right.
or rock all white helmets, like just from here on out. I like the all white, and all white kind of goes with all of the uniforms. So because. Also, I kind of think of a Falcon too. If you have an all white helmet but like all brown uniform, that kind of makes me think of like a Falcon.
I kind of agree. I think the helmets look fine. I think they work, but I think they need to change the logo back to the early 2000s logo.
Didn't they have like some sort of white and brown? I think they had a new logo on there, didn't they? It was like
Nope, same logo.
Really? I'm tripping then. But
They need to change it to the early 2000s logo where it's the logo that you didn't like. You know what I'm talking about?
it's growing on me though.
It's growing on
It's
you.
growing on me ever since we keep talking about it.
Yeah, that's the logo
would-
that need to go back.
If
to.
you're gonna do retro uniforms for your main uniforms now, change it.
Yeah, they need to
Change
go back.
it. You're only change half the uniform.
Like for example, when the University of Pittsburgh, the Pitt Panthers, when they went back to the retro colors, they changed everything about the logo. They changed it back to what it was. It's just the cursive Pitt with their retro colors, and then they also added the Pitt Panther face. Like they did a total retro rebrand, and I think that's what should have happened here. BG should have went back to their old logo.
gotta do it.
Yep.
You gotta do it. I think we kind of butchered this enough. Just the horse kind of stomped it out. So going to the food segment. So what did we get food wise?
We got stuffed breadsticks from the
Oh,
Campus Poly Eyes,
Oh,
and it was what tent was it, Caleb? Do you remember what tent it was? I can't remember what tent it was.
I thought it was alumni relations. Just like
Was it
I think it was like
alumni
a general alumni relations one.
I think you know what? I think it was because I was questioning
They had
if
the
we could
alumni
have it or not.
bags.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the alumni bag on my
Yes.
shirt. So
Yes. So from this tent, because I was questioning if we could have it or not, or if it was for a certain group of people that it was for, that the tent was for, I just went up to the lady that was handing out the Campus Poly Eyes, and I was like, "Hey, is this for anyone, or is this for a certain group of people?" And she's like, "No, it's for everyone." So I'm just like, "Hey, if you want the best food in Bowling Green,
You gotta eat it.
you got to eat Campus Poly Eyes." So I loved it. I loved my Campus Poly Eyes stuffed breadstick. It was a stuffed breadstick, had mozzarella cheese with pepperoni. It did need the mozzarella sauce that they were
and
giving
also
out.
sat in the box a little too long. We mentioned.
Oh yeah, you could tell. Like
but
there,
the butter
there
showed
was
through,
like,
which was good.
yeah, it was saturated. This thing was saturated in butter.
Yeah.
To the point
Yeah.
to where it was just like eating like a
butter
melted
stick-
down
a butter stick.
like a melted down butter stick.
You ever microwave butter and drink it? That's
Yeah,
what it's
that's
like.
basically what it was like. It was great though. I believe I gave it like a 7.5 or an 8.5.
I gave it a 7.
Or you gave it a 7. I gave it an 8.5. Can't go wrong. Of course, you got to go when they're fresh. So I'll take you back up there sometime if you ever want to go. When they're fresh, they're about a 10 out of 10. Probably the best piece of food in Bowling Green, other than BG Burgers, when BG Burgers was at its prime. Anyways, but yeah, that was great. What did you think about your Campus Poly Eyes breadstick? Because I believe mine was less done than yours. Like yours was well done, and mine was.
That's what
done.
I wanted. I wanted a well done one.
Okay, I was worried because yours was like more brown and mine was white.
Yeah, I wanted a crispy one.
Okay.
And it was everything I wanted. I just wish it was a little bit warmer and it wasn't sit in the box.
sit
I
in
wish
the
I would
box
grab
all
some
day.
marinara. But also, I don't really know. It was a jug of marinara. I don't know how I feel about just scooping out some marinara
Yeah.
in a public place.
Yeah, because like kids will stick their arms in there.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Ugh.
Nah, tailgating scene, not for me. So
Nope, it's kind of like the jungle juice at a party. Duh, you just want to stay away from that.
you just stay away from the ball pit, kid.
Yep.
So yeah, 7 out of 10. I have no complaints. I'm definitely gonna go back and get me like a fresh one though. Moving on, I had a Sprite. Did you have a drink?
I had a water. So what? Water out of 10.
I got a water and I ended up buying a Sprite later in the game. I chugged that before and I went pee right after. It was not great. And then Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle cookies.
Snickerdoodle cookies. 10 out of 10.
9 out of 10 because my mom.
Yeah, because of his mom. But
Yes.
you can't mess up a Snickerdoodle cookie.
Yeah.
I said it in the vlog, and I'll say it now. It reminded me of the Snickerdoodle cookies that we had in high school. And
Yeah.
every morning when we were playing football, on those cold or those brisk fall mornings, I would go to the lunch and I would buy 4 Snickerdoodle cookies and 2 chocolate milks, and that would be my breakfast. Nostalgia. I think I ate it with a pair of rose tinted glasses with nostalgia.
Great. And sorry, going back to the Sprite. The Sprite was for a can like this big. It was like $3. And I went to use the restroom because I had to pee. I kept having to pee during the game. Shout out to TMI. And I went and got one because the line was short. Drank it. Went used the restroom. Went back up to the game. Not worth it. $3. I love Sprite. Sprite's one of my favorite pops. I don't really drink pop or soda, whatever you want to call it. $3 for a can. Chris?
I can't say I've ever bought soda from a game, so
Usually
I
they
can't
sell
really-
bottles too. That's one of the first time I ever got a can from a game.
That's true. That's usually it is bottles, or you have to get a fountain. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's better than the Miami game. $6.
$8 for souvenir cup and $6 for a refill, kid.
$6 for your free refill, kid. Fork over the dough.
$6 for your free refill. Your whole tuition. 40 grand.
But you go to a rich kid school, so this should be nothing for you, pal.
There's nothing for you, pal. Give me your daddy's credit card.
From a non-biased standpoint, I think $3 is pretty good for a soda, for a full can of
Amazing.
soda.
Couldn't be better.
You can't beat that. That's like
Couldn't be better,
That's
kid.
like vending machine price, maybe a
Literally.
little more, but yeah, couldn't be better. I don't think we had anything. I didn't have anything else to eat from the game because we didn't buy anything. We just
Didn't. Just a Sprite for
Yeah.
me. So, last thing. The stats. The game
The
itself.
stats.
So the final score was 30-27, right?
30-27,
Old Dominion.
in favor of Old Dominion.
So BG
yes.
lost their homecoming game. Wow.
Yes, they did.
Big sad.
Big sad. They lost last year too. I haven't watched them win on homecoming since my freshman year.
So BG, you could be good. Like you could be a good football team, but you just choose like to suck.
Yeah, I don't know. Going home, I mean, I was fine, to be honest. I let all my frustration out in the stands, as you could see in the vlog. But yeah, disappointing loss for sure. Old Dominion went into the game 0-3. Now they're 1-3, and of course Bowling Green went in 1-2. Now they're 1-3. Both teams. I think Old Dominion showed a lot of potential. I think they just were also a victim, just like Bowling Green, of playing great teams to start out the season. They played South Carolina. They only lost that game by 3 points. South Carolina almost beat LSU, and South Carolina is, of course, in the SEC, and they're always a
Man,
tough
we
out.
really hate on Old Dominion. We really were hating on them.
Oh, I have already filled out my apology letter for Old Dominion.
I already mailed mine.
Yeah.
Mailed and emailed it.
Yep. I did. I actually am transferring there next semester. That's how sorry I am.
I said I was gonna walk on. They said you can walk on to be the janitor, so that's what I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna do.
Yeah. We're gonna be ODU fans from here on out.
Yep.
Um,
What's the mascot again?
Monarchs.
Go Monarchs.
Go Monarchs. Go Narcs.
Narcs.
But yeah. Then they played East Carolina. Then I believe last week they played Virginia Tech, and they got the only team they got relatively smoked by was Virginia Tech, and they lost by 2 touchdowns.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Man.
So
We hate
yeah,
them too much.
we hated on Old Dominion too much. I knew going into it was going to be a great game, but I still expected us to win, of course. But of course that didn't happen. Aside from that, digging into the stats, BG actually had more first downs. They had 23 to Old Dominion's 16. Third down efficiency, Bowling Green went 8 for 16. Old Dominion 6 for 15. Fourth down,
Really?
Bowling Green
You
went
said
1
6
for
for 15
2.
Old Dominion?
Yeah,
I thought Old Dominion had more success than.
they just had bigger plays. They had more big plays.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Old Dominion went 1 for 1 on fourth down. Total yards, very close. BG had 399 and Old Dominion had 333. Which I didn't expect. Looking at the stats, I would have expected Old Dominion to have like almost 400 to maybe 420.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I feel like they just did whatever they wanted.
yeah, but also I feel like it slowed down too with that backup QB going in. You know?
Yeah, that's where it went. I mean, let's face it. This game would have been an absolute blowout if number 7 stayed in the game.
Yeah, number 7 stayed in. It would have been.
It would have been
over.
a blow. It would have been ugly. We would have probably left early.
Yeah, we would have left early.
Penalties: BG 7 for 65 yards. Old Dominion 6 for 48.
Penalties were a huge deal in this game.
Oh,
either
it
not being
was-
called or being called too
Yeah,
much.
it was insane.
Yeah, the refs were being
Insane.
really weird about like what they were calling. The
Not
holdings
the
that didn't get
best.
called was wild. The defensive end, especially on one Old Dominion's drive, the left tackle was holding the heck out of the
It was
defensive end.
right. It was right there in front of the ref on the 50-yard line in the logo.
It was crazy. I mean, it was right in front of the ref. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you not see that?
I have no idea.
What are you watching, ref?
Yeah.
All right, can we go into the QB play?
Yeah. Oh, hold up. Time of possession. BG had 38 minutes, 16 seconds. Old Dominion 21 minutes and 44 seconds for time of possession. Okay. QB stats. Starting off Bowling Green, Connor Bazelak, 27 for 36, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. QB rating of 60.3. And Old Dominion, number 7, Grant Wilson. That was their starting quarterback going into the
Zach
game.
Wilson's little brother.
Yes. 6 for 14, 118, 2 touchdowns, 71.9 QB rating. And then number 2 that came in, Colton Joseph, 6 for 13, 26 yards, and 65.
That backup QB could run.
5 rating.
They could both run. December 7 had one long run right in the beginning of the game.
Oh, it was
Surprisingly.
like, it was really long.
Yeah, but then the backup QB actually was a runner.
I'll say this: the backup QB, did he get a lot of passing yards? No, but he was really mobile and he did not turn the ball over. I feel like in a big game like this, if you're a backup quarterback coming in, your one and only job is to not turn the ball over,
Protect the football.
protect the football, and second, convert on third down. If you do that as a backup quarterback in any situation, you will more than likely win the game.
He definitely showed glimpses of being a starter in the future.
Oh
Definitely
yeah,
showed
I think
glimpses.
Old Dominion is going to be in great hands in the future.
Yeah, I mean, not much left to say on that. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed watching the QB play, but it was kind of defeating, kind of like supporting BG. I'm tired. I am tired of losing at home. We are 7-11 as a podcast.
Yeah, it is crazy. Lima, please win. Please, we are recording this the day before your game. Please win.
Lima is 6-0, and Rogers are playing as 2-4.
Please beat Rogers. It is your homecoming. It's Lima's homecoming.
Really?
Yes, we will have gone to 2 straight homecoming games.
Gosh, sweet.
Isn't that crazy?
Well,
Homecoming game last Saturday.
could be bad, though.
Homecoming game tomorrow. You got a homecoming game Saturday. It's just one big party here in Northwest Ohio. Okay, everybody.
It really could be bad though, because if the players aren't feeling right, could be bad.
It could
I
be
know
bad.
our head coach always hated high school head coach always hated homecoming week. So
Yep, he did.
Yep.
But I feel like how Lima's going to be locked in. Anyways, going back to the game. Connor Bazelak, I mean, I feel like that 303 is inflated. Or it could have been more. But, oh, my goodness, the play calling was awful.
dude,
It was horrible. Because I can't
the
stand.
run game didn't work. The
No.
screens didn't work.
Stop calling screens. Stop calling those little flare routes to the tight end. Throw the ball down the field. Call plays that are down the field.
The only thing that worked was the deep balls. I
Yes.
feel like the only connecting on deep balls for
And
some
I
reason.
don't know why. Like, yeah, he has Connor Bates like through 27 completions. I think about 10 of them were those little flare routes that went for like 1 or 2 yards.
They were. It was.
It
Stupid.
was horrible.
Or him forcing a ball to your tight end. That was a god.
Yeah, keep
What's his
throwing it up
name
to
again?
Harold Fannin Jr.
How can I remember? I can never remember.
Number
his name.
0.
Yeah.
Go his stat: 12 catches, 192 yards, and 2
Dog,
touchdowns.
He was the offense that day.
Yes.
You guys would have been screwed without him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would have been horrible without him. I guess my cold seat hot take: he will win the Bolitnikoff Award at the end of the season. So that is the best tight end in all of college football. He'll be a first-team All-American, and I think he will be a first-round draft pick when he declares.
I'm pumped for him.
I think he will.
He's probably gonna transfer out though.
Oh yeah,
He's gone.
he's gone.
He's going to Bama or something, or Georgia.
I wouldn't blame him. Better team,
More
bigger
money.
payday. Yeah, bigger payday, better team, and it's just a bigger name school, better competition, so he'll be able to shoot up the draft boards for sure.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
And
You know, I hope I would do the same exact thing if I was in his shoes.
that's what I'm doing right now, actually. No, in terms of the actual game itself, like I said, it was very emotional, but it ended on a like pass to this Auburn receiver that just transferred there, and they downed him, and then we started our outro video like, "Hey guys, see you later," and then all of a sudden they did some flea flicker stuff.
Yeah, it's just that normal end of game.
But I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't think they had any time left. So I thought there was like 3 seconds left when they threw the ball to the Auburn. So like, what happened? Did he not get down? Did he throw the ball when he was down?
It's
or?
like one of the I can't remember what it's called. They call it like a backyard football play where it's like there's no time left on the clocks and you need a touchdown, so everyone's just pitching the ball back and forth until you can either somebody tackles you or you score a touchdown. That's kind of
Gotcha.
what it is.
Gotcha. Yeah, and it actually looked pretty good for like a good 10 seconds, and then like they threw it back to the lineman. The lineman threw it way too far back, and it was just over from there. And no one was like trying to get back to behind the guys, and it was basically like they're by himself for a minute. Oh, it was rough.
The only time I've ever seen that work in my entire life was Miami doing that against Duke. Miami Hurricanes, of course, not Miami Redhawks. It was a game-winning kickoff return for a touchdown, and that they did the exact same thing, and they won the game. But that's the only time I've ever seen that in my entire life where it's worked.
Insane.
Yeah. That would have been crazy though if it worked.
Would have been nice. Been a homecoming miracle.
Yeah.
But I think all the players were drunk before the game, so
Had to have been.
as my receiver coach would say.
Yeah.
Every time we make a mistake in the film room, he calls us drunk. So
Terrion Stewart, 20 carries, 67
that
yards
guy
and a touchdown.
did nothing. That guy did nothing that game.
No, they bottled him up. They
Jesus.
gamed it. They were ready for him.
And your prediction was he was gonna have a big game. That's what your prediction said.
Yeah, no, I figured that they were going to feed him the ball all game and let him take over. But usually I would be mad because they usually when he has low yards, they give him the ball like 10 or 12 times, and he should have double that. He had 20 carries. I have nothing to be mad at. Old Dominion did a great job game planning for this guy. He couldn't do anything. And then Jason Patterson, running back too. He 8 carries for 43 yards. Old Dominion just had a heck of a game up front. They just pushed around Bowling Green's offensive line all day. Old Dominion rushing yards. Aaron Young, 12 carries, 74 yards and a
Aaron
touchdown. Yeah, he had a decent game. Colton Joseph, that was their backup QB. 9 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown. Longest of 26.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah, he's really good. I can't wait to see that guy in the future. That's pretty much it. I mean, Pat Conroy led the receiving, 3 receptions for 99 yards and a touchdown.
That's
he was a tight end. That's why
Oh Lord.
he was that tight end.
Oh,
that pop pass.
I hate that play.
That was crazy.
That was infuriating because I felt like there was coverage everywhere except where that tight end was.
It was such a slow developed play too.
Yeah, and because they really sold it. They did like a fake option, like a fake speed option. They could ran it like for 3 or 4 steps. Everyone crashed except that there was like one safety over top, but like he was off to the other side of the field, and the tight end just ran down the seam.
Yeah, that was insane.
Man,
I mean, it was
right before half, was it, or was it?
no,
before,
it was
right
it
before
was,
quarter.
It was before half, I think. It was before the half, but like it was Bowling Green scored again though before the half. So.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah. Well, that's all we really got for you guys in terms of stats, in terms of the game itself. I recommend going back and watching highlights on YouTube because this was a really fun and emotional game. I wish you guys would experience it like we did. I hope we did a good job showing you in the vlog what the game was like with the footage that we had. A lot of things we had planned didn't really work out in terms of being on the field and whatever else, but we tried to do our best with what we tried to edit the video and show you guys what we could with what we had. But we had an absolute blast the game.
Oh, it was
definitely go
it
to a
was
BG
great.
game. Go to a BG homecoming game.
It was
Phenomenal.
definitely off the top of my head, probably top 5 all time in overall games that we've been to.
I had a blast. I mean, this has been a great season too. And technically our first full
this
season.
has been great.
Yeah.
We have gone to since the fall. We've been to all 3 great games. 3 great games.
Can't complain.
Yeah. And it's only going to go up from here.
We have still a full school year of athletic events, sports events.
Tomorrow, well,
This weekend,
or yesterday for those of you watching on when it posts yesterday, I'm sure that's going to be great.
Great video coming. This whole weekend's gonna be great for you guys. And this next week when the videos actually drop, are gonna be great for you guys. Just stay tuned. We have a full season 2 coming your way. Chris, close us out, man.
Whenever you're watching it and wherever you're watching it, have a great morning, noon, afternoon, and night. God bless you guys. Stay smart, stay safe, and always take care.
We'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.